Hello everyone, I'm Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about reviewing and ratings and about reading experiences. I'm just gonna come right out with it and say I'm not a big fan of ratings, and I've got a couple of reasons for that. The main one being that I always struggle with it. I've always kind of found it weird to slap a rating on a book and be like 1 to 5 stars. And I think the main reason for that is because I always feel like I don't know 100% what those stars kind of mean. I do give star ratings on my Goodreads and I often mention those star ratings in my wrap-ups. But there's something about them that kind of, it doesn't rub me the wrong way, but I just don't feel 100% comfortable with them. And I think that is because I am very much of the opinion that reading is a very specific experience. How I read a book will be very different from how you read a book because of our life experiences, because of what we like in book, our preferences. And I think it's important to keep that in mind when you're watching BookTube videos, when you're reading reviews on book blogs or anything like that. I find it important for me more to kind of find people whose kind of opinion I trust, and whether that is a rating opinion or just as an experience, as like the book as a whole. And I feel that those 5 stars kind of don't express very well how many feelings you can have about a book. As you may have noticed, I have a lot of feelings about books, and I sometimes feel that a 1 to 5 is kind of inadequate to express how I feel about a book, which is why I make videos or why I used to blog about books. In my opinion, as a book vlogger, I don't feel like we have to judge books. You know what I mean? My job, I don't see this as a job because I love to talk about books, but kind of my aim is to connect the right reader with the right kind of book, and to kind of talk about what I really liked about that book and why other people might like it too. And also in other cases what I disliked about a book and why I think other readers might not like that book. I find it kind of weird to slap a rating on it because I feel that my opinion is just that. It is my opinion and it is not gospel, and it is not something that I feel everybody should adhere to, because I have very specific reading tastes and they change all the time. In addition to that, I feel that ratings are such a fluid thing. How I feel about books changes all the time, and especially because the more books you read, the kind of, I don't know, I kind of compare books to each other, and then I feel sometimes bad about giving a certain book a 4 star or only a 3 star, or giving them a 5 star because this new book I've read is like a million times better and I don't even know how to express that then. So I feel that kind of in relation to other things I've read, my opinion changes and how many stars I would give that book changes. Now, the one thing that for me comes into star rating, I know a lot of people have like different subcategories and things like that, but for me, the star rating is about enjoyment while reading. I know a lot of people probably disagree with that, but that is how I determine how many stars I give a book, because I feel like I am not qualified. I know that sounds kind of weird because I'm a reader, so I'm qualified to give my opinion about reading a book, but I feel that enjoyment is kind of the main factor for me in recommending books. There's tons of other factors that I love about books, that I think are important and that I will mention in wrap-ups or in reviews, but enjoyment of reading is like the main thing, because I feel that as long as a plot or a character or any kind of themes doesn't kind of get me out of the enjoyment of the reading, it's not as important a factor. And it's not to say that it's not important, because I'm very much a character kind of person. I love a good plot, I love a good magic system, but if I love the characters, then I'm in for the ride. And then that makes me enjoy the book. Oh, I feel like I'm being really not eloquent and not kind of coherent about this, but it's something that's just been kind of like brewing in my mind for a while, and I've seen lots of people make videos about it, and I think it's normal that, for instance, our ideas about book change, because it shows that we as a reader and as a person have changed and evolved. A good example of that for me is the Harry Potter series. Now, I love that series with all my heart, but I do feel that I have changed as a person. I have grown up. I mean, I started reading them when I was 12. I'm now 28. So, of course, the way I read it and the way I will kind of see themes, and it's very interesting to reread the whole series now because I notice different things. And that's what I really like about rereading things. But it also shows that books I would have given 5-star ratings across the board will probably not get that same 5-star rating enjoyment wise, but it will in a nostalgia factor then. So there's so many things to factor in, and I feel that it's quite delicate and quite weird, and I kind of feel weird about it. When I first started blogging, I did not give star ratings. I only talked about my experience reading the book, and I wish in a way I could go back to that, even like here during my videos, because it's that excitement and like the enjoyment of the reading that, you know, I enjoy it. I love reading. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? What do you think about rating? How do you rate? I saw a wonderful video about star ratings from Lauren from Books and Tea and All Things Me. I'll link it down below, which I thought was very interesting. I really love her system of rating, but I don't think it would work for me personally because I don't like making notes while I'm reading. I like to just be transported into the world and into the story of the characters, and I feel that taking notes kind of takes me out of that, which is why I don't do that. If I have notes, it's usually right after I've read the book. I will immediately jot down things that I remember, things that I loved, things that I hated, things like that. I think that kind of works for me, and I think that's also why I don't do as kind of a detailed rating system as some other people do. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I still haven't figured it out for myself. What I'm really curious about is, what is your most important thing when you rate a book? Do you rate a book? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you a bit on the fence like I am? Do let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye bye.